All right, we're going to be looking at Elvis Presley's Confederate heritage, Confederate ancestors. His original name was Elvis Aaron Presley, born January 8th, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi. It says here he passed away August 16th, 1977 at the age of 42. And it says where he's buried at. Of course, there's a lot of people that say Elvis is still alive. I don't know about any of that stuff. They're also saying that this uh, supposed preacher who looks more like um, Kenny Rogers is Elvis Presley, and they don't have one solid proof of this really being true. But 1977 is when Elvis Presley passed away. And we're going to be looking, before we go back, and we're going to go to his mom and dad. We may go through his mom's side first. We may or may not do that. I don't know. But let's see. Let's look at his kids. His daughter, uh, just passed away January 2023 at the age of 54. She was born in 1968. And according to this, it has her son Benjamin Storm Presley, Ben Keough, who died in 2020, and she's got other kids too. He died at the age of 27. He was born in 1992. Sarah Jane Presley. And she passed away, according to this, February 3rd, 2025, at the age of 48. And they said because she passed away recently, they're not going to show any of this information for at least 3 months. And I don't know why they would have had Lisa Marie Presley as the mother of Sarah Jane Presley. And also this Donald Eugene Gibson Woods Jr., born in 1958, supposedly is a sibling of Lisa Marie Presley, born in 1958, died 2024. There's a lot of questions about that. Someone else will have to explore what's going on with that. It says here she passed away in California. She was born in Memphis, Lisa Marie. We're going to go to her father, Elvis, where she was married to Michael Jackson, of course. Let's go back real quick to Lisa Marie real quick. There was another person she was married to. Let's see who else she was married to. Donald Eugene Gibson. Okay. That's probably her step. That's her, I guess, stepbrother. She was married to this man here, Donald Eugene, who passed away recently. Let's see. Vernon Elvis Presley. Of course, he passed away in 1979, born 1916. And he had several brothers, I guess, and sisters. And then Jesse Duran McGow D. Presley, born 1896, died 1973. That's Elvis Presley's grandfather. I'm not going to read through all this other stuff. It's too long. And Rosalie Elizabeth Rosie Presley, born 1861. And you go to Duran John Jesse Presley Jr. And supposedly this is the one that would served in the Confederate States Army, because the other one would have been too old, because he died in 1850, born 1780. We'll have to scroll through this real quick. I read somewhere that he served in the Confederate States Army. And I'll have to look at it real quick. Okay. Here's where you gotta look at. You scroll down. Doing his done in his military records. It says here is born. Let's see. He was served, and this was in 1847. Of course, that would have been another situation. He was fought in the Mexican-American War in the 1840s. Said to see here. Scrolling down, 1863, May 11th, 1863. Done enlisted in Grenada, Mississippi, and Colonel Ham's Regiment, Mississippi Cavalry. That's a Confederate unit. So that right there is, we looked it up, and it's a we're going to be trying to look up his mother's side, and we may not be able to find anything, but we did verify that his ancestor was on his dad's side was a Confederate. We'll look at Gladys Love Presley Smith. She was a Smith. And he was born 1878. That's her father. Died 1931. And he had a bunch of kids. Obadiah Obus Smith. And great grandfather Elvis Presley. He had been old enough to fight in the war, but there's no verification on this. He did live in the South, born in South Carolina, died in Mississippi, so there could be, but we're not going to stand behind it until we got verification. On Elvis Presley's dad's side, I think it's pretty safe to say that he is this is of course, like I said before, this is Elvis Presley's grandfather, and then his great grandmother, and then his great great grandfather. So it's great great grandfather. That's his, we believe could possibly be, and we think is, served in the Confederate States Army. When you look up the military records, going down to 1863, and then Colonel Ham's Mississippi Cavalry. So this is Elvis Presley's Confederate ancestor.